And may you please welcome to the stage Mr. Liam Briggs.
Hey, thanks guys. Brianna still has to run back and click the 5-minute timer, so I get an extra 15 seconds of preaching. Woo! Just kidding. I'll be honorable and wait for the timer. It's good to be honorable. Stay. Okay, go. Okay, guys, so we're talking about the disciples today. And you know what? When I was a kid, I always thought the disciples were the top of the top, the best of the best when it comes to humans. Because I was like, man, the disciples, they're hand-chosen from Jesus, right, to hang out and spread the word. So I was like, man, these guys must be pretty much perfect. Jesus is here and the disciples are here. But as I got older and as I started reading more of the Bible, I realized man, the disciples, they're just humans like me and you, right? They sin, they make mistakes. So I realized that. So I don't want to focus on negativity. It's going to get positive in the end, trust me. But for now, I'm going to talk about one of the biggest mistakes one of the disciples ever made. So Peter, also referred to as Simon Peter in the Bible, he was one of Jesus' disciples. And, being one of Jesus' disciples, you got to realize, right, he witnessed firsthand so many miracles, Jesus healing people, straight up raising people from the dead, right? There was no doubt in his mind that Jesus was the Son of God, that he was sent by God to earth to save us all, right? Peter knew that. So fast forward, Jesus gets arrested. He's about to get crucified on the cross, right? And Jesus gets taken to this courtroom. And Peter's outside waiting, and some guard comes up to him, and he's like, hey, are you that guy who's been hanging out with Jesus? And Peter's like, nah, sorry, bro. I don't know who you're talking about. Another guard comes up to him, and he's like, hey, no, I swear, you're that guy who hangs out with Jesus. And Peter's like, I don't know who this Jesus guy is. Sorry. A third person comes up and is like, hey, you're that guy. No, you're the Jesus friend. And he's like, I don't know who Jesus is, guys. I'm sorry. Guys, 3 times. 3 times Peter straight up denied Jesus, straight up denied knowing the Son of God. That's pretty bad. That's a big mistake. We live in a society nowadays where it's not cool to be Christian. I went to public high school, right? I went to college. I know. I've been in the world. I know. It's not cool to be Christian, right? It's cool to go and get drunk and have sex and do all this bad stuff with the worldly people. Following Jesus, that's not cool in the eyes of the world. So it can be pretty easy to deny Jesus sometimes or to ignore Jesus to fit in, right? Maybe some people have. Maybe you've been in a part of your life where you started to ignore Jesus, you started to deny Jesus even, and because of that, it's resulted in you doing stuff that you end up regretting, right? But hey, don't think that's the end of the world. Don't think that's the last straw between you and Jesus, because check this out. Jesus died, and 3 days later, he rose from the dead, and he started visiting his disciples again. And he sat down with Peter, and he's like, Peter, do you love me? He asked Peter 3 times, do you love me? And Peter's like, yeah, of course, Jesus, I love you. And you know what Jesus said? He says, okay, go feed my sheep. He's like, go spread the word, go continue what I have set for your life, continue to do that. Jesus wasn't like, nah, bro, sorry, you totally denied me, get out of here, I don't want to see you anymore. No, Jesus is like, hey man, I forgive you, that's okay. You can still continue to live for me, right? Our relationship with Jesus, it isn't a one and done thing where it's you do one thing and you're just cut from Jesus, right? Jesus isn't some mafia crime boss who's like, you dishonored the family, now I have to kill you, right? That's not how it works. Jesus loves you. Jesus, I still got time. Jesus, it doesn't matter what you do in the past, right? If you say, hey, I love Jesus, I've made mistakes in the past, that's fine, but right now I love Jesus, he will stand beside you and he will walk you into the path that he has set for your life, right? So if you've lived in a part, if you've had moments in the past where you've been ignoring Jesus, where you do stuff that you regret, don't think that's it. Don't think that's, Jesus won't love you, your friends and your family won't love you, right? It's going to ruin your life. Hey, just realize that you can ask God for forgiveness, and he's always there for you. He will always be with you. And, I guess I have 40 seconds left. I have 8 seconds left.